We are going to be creating a sugar skull at Mandala Gaba, and you saw from the video different ways that Dia de los Muertos was remembered in Mexico, and we're going to remember the day by creating our own kind of a sugar skull, but doing it on the computer. So we're going to create a new session, and we go in the assignment, you'll see mandalagaba.com's website. So it's mandalagaba.com. And we set the setting at the very top at 1. Now it's just a matter of drawing a question mark. So don't be worried about how well you can draw, because it's just like drawing letters or writing your name. You can do this. And so first, you want to set your background color to whatever color you'd like. So the background color can be adjusted here on the color wheel. And you can adjust how light or dark it is. I'm just going to choose black. And so once I choose a color, I hit the paint bucket. And then I'm going to choose a light yellowish grayish color for my skull. So next I'm going to draw. So I'm going to choose a light color, and I go to the pencil tool, and then I just draw a large question mark. And right about the 5th dot from where the 2 dots change, where the 2 types of dots change, that's about where I bring down my question mark. So just to show you, I brought it in so you can see it goes from really close dots to farther dots. Right around the 5th dot is where I bring my question mark in, if that helps you. But of course you don't have to keep to that. And if you don't like your line, just undo and try again. The undo button is that circular arrow. So just draw a question mark. And then when you get towards the bottom of the screen, bring it in so that it touches in the middle. Be sure to make your lines touch or overlap so that the shape is a full shape. So then you're going to fill it. So to fill it, you pick the color you want for the inside of the skull, and we just hit the paint brush this time to fill it. I think I'm going to go with more of a grayer tone. So I'm choosing this color only because I wanted you to be able to see where the dotted line is down the middle. But if you want to make yours white, that's fine. I just found that when I record the video, it's really hard for you to see if I don't have some kind of color here in the background. Right, so now I'm going to draw eyes, and depending on what kind of emotion you want, that kind of helps you pick your shape. So if you want it to look kind of angry, you would kind of shape the eye holes down a little bit in the middle. If you want it to look more sad, you would shape the eye holes kind of up. Just make sure when you draw the eye shape that, again, you close the shape so that if you want to fill it in with color, that you don't have any open gaps, because the fill won't work unless it is totally closed. Then draw a triangular shape down the middle, and that will represent the nose. And make sure again that the shape is closed. Then we use the paintbrush tool and select a color that you would like to fill those areas with. So in this case, I wanted to fill them with black. The next step is to, in your assignment, you'll see that I had a document that was a list of great values that people have in their lives. And the values represent things that are important to them. So I ask you to circle your top 10 values, then narrow them down to your top 3. And you turn in this document, and you take your top 3. In my case, it's truth, love, and faith. Now yours might be fun or forgiveness or adventure. You pick your most important, and then we're going to put that inside your skull. So right where the teeth are, that's where we're going to start writing one of your words. So we're going to write your top 3 somewhere on your skull. So here, I want to write the word hope. So hope is important to me. So I'm going to write the word here. So somewhere on your skull, and I recommend right where the teeth are, you write things that are important to you. I'm going to write truth. For teeth, it's really helpful that if the last letter is that H, because it really kind of looks like teeth coming in. So then somewhere else, and you can reverse the side. So for me, love is important. So I'm going to write love here. And I wrote it visible on this side here, and now I'm switching sides so that it's interesting from both sides. So I want to look at people through the eyes of love or care, kindness. So you could use cursive if you'd like, but the idea is to create a kind of a pattern. And using cursive is kind of helpful because it makes it symmetrical, but it also has these nice swirls that you often see in sugar skulls. And then you add your last word. Next, we set the setting at 5 at the top because marigolds have 5 flower petals. So you're going to go right to the middle and draw a flower petal. And I would even do kind of a couple, because if you know marigolds have multiple layers. And so I'm just drawing more than one layer here. And so the marigold is common in Dia de los Muertos because it has a pungent smell, it has a strong scent, and animals don't eat it, and it's this bright color, and it's supposed to represent guiding your loved ones home for this visit. And so the marigold is commonly used in Mexico for Dia de los Muertos. So I would just use the orange color, and you use the paint brush to click inside of your shapes. And then I would choose a slightly darker or lighter orange or more yellowish orange in another section of the flower to kind of give it some variation as you go around. And it kind of looks really nice whenever you have that variation of kind of yellowish orange and dark orange. And then, oops, undo, didn't want that. And so go ahead and draw a marigold using, again, that was the tool with 5 up here in the setting, and they just put it right in the middle. Any other decorations or dots are really common. To just do a dot would be to set your settings. Oops, I just forgot to switch back out of my paint brush to my pencil, but you set your settings here for the thickness, maybe a little thicker, and you can add dots in key places. And I would recommend when you do your dots, you set your setting at 1 whenever you do your dots, and it's just easier to control where it's going and so on. So go ahead and add some dots, add a marigold, add your top 3 words that represent the life you want to live before you die, or the values that you most respect in others. So we're looking for eyes, nose, and where the mouth is, you write words that represent things that you really are achieving or trying to go for your life, your core values. And again, for your core values, I have a list that you can pick from to help you pick what is your top core values. So put that all together into your mask, and then make sure you hit save and share, let it render, hold down Alt and click, and choose copy image, and put it into your Google document where you had other artwork from previous projects. So that's your name, art document. And then you press paste or Control V to paste it in. And also be sure to copy, again, Alt click on the link up above and copy the link address. Now, the reason why that's important to have the link address is because having the link address in there lets you go back later and edit your skull so that you can change it if you'd like to in the future. So make sure you paste that link address in to your Google Doc as well. Make sure you turn it in under assignments and you're done.